Ali Drew for Hennessy Sports, joined by River Wilson-Bent. River, so we last saw you in May where you successfully defended your Midlands area middleweight title in front of your home fans in your home city of Coventry. Now you've had a bit of time to reflect on that. How good was that experience?
Oh, it was wicked. It was mint. Being in front of everyone again, like I said before, this is what I do it for. And obviously fighting in the lockdown, it was a big shock. So being back in front of the fans, it was wicked.
Yeah, because you're a big ticket seller, and it was capped, so you couldn't just have all your fans there. But having some of them back, how excited does it make you to then fully have every fan
Everyone
there?
back. But the roof is going to be lifted, let's say that. After that fight, my followers, even loads of people, are just going to owe me more tickets and make sure I'm coming to this fight. Even if it is limited, I want tickets. And I'm like, look, I'll get whatever I get. If it's full capacity, I'll get them out to you. So, yeah, so it's going to be a big one, this next one.
Well, before we talk about anything else, we do need to talk about the sort of news that's come out in the last couple of days. With you and the British Boxing Board of Control have ordered you versus Nathan Heaney for the English title. Yeah. You've been very active on social media saying you're ready for this fight, you want it. You think maybe he's been a bit quiet. What do you make of this fight?
I know Nathan quite well. I do like Nathan. We've shared a couple of rounds. We've done quite a few rounds of each other sparring. And yeah, it'll be a great fight. It'll be cracking, especially for the Midlands in the area. Because he's a Stoke lad, I'm Coventry. The amount of tickets that we both sell, the place, like I say, the roof will be lifted. So yeah, I think the fight should happen. There's no, on my behalf and my team's behalf, the fight will happen. The only reason it won't happen is obviously him. I would fight him in Stoke in front of all his fans. I would walk out first. Do you know what I mean? That doesn't bother me. I want this fight. It's a massive fight, yeah. So I don't know. Let's see what he says.
Well, he has responded. He said that he's got business to take care of. I think end of August he's fighting next, and then we'll see. I think he said. Does that indicate to you that that's a yes?
Not really. We'll see. Like he's just been offered the English title, so obviously people know when you go on to winning the English, like Shaq win the English, he's gone for the British. Do you know what I mean? So that's the next step up from that. So if someone did offer you that fight and you wanted it, you'd just be like, let me have it. I want it. I want to grab the title. But I just don't think he's up for it, to be fair. And I hope he proves me wrong, but I don't think he wants to fight. He would say, let's have it out, bro. That's 100%. And I didn't even see him share it when it first come out. I messaged him saying, obviously, this is cracking, let's have it. And then he didn't, I think he seen it, didn't write anything for a while. Then he messaged me back saying, yeah, it would be a cracking fight. Then I messaged him back saying something like, are you up for it then? We're going to do it. And he didn't even reply. So he's looked at it, not replied. So that indicates to me that he's having second thoughts, or he hasn't even thought about it as sense as he don't want to fight. I don't know.
Where are you at the moment? Are you in training, getting ready for a fight?
Yeah, well, at the minute I'm on holiday at the minute. I've got a week off on Winterbourne in Dorset. Nice. So down here, but yeah, I've been in camp for about 4 weeks now, and I'm down here, and I've got in touch with a club, Sturminster ABC, and so they're looking after me while I'm down here. I've got a gym tonight at 8 o'clock. I'm still up in the morning doing my stupid runs in the morning and just grinding hard like always. Do you know what I mean? Like we've got a date in mind that we think we're going for, so we just, even if it's not that date, I'll be ready for any date. So this is what we're trying to say to Nathan. Like, even if he wants to box me in August, let's go in August. Like I say, bring all your Stokey fans. Literally, I'll bring my team, you bring your team. Let's have it. You know what I mean?
And at the moment, as well as, you're training hard, you are also a full-time roofer, which that's a lot to take on. How do you juggle it all?
Obviously, I know that I have to work harder than everyone else. So obviously, I've not got the time that most full-time boxers have in the gym. So I wake up at the crack of dawn. I always wake up an hour before I start work or get picked up. So if I start at 5:30, I'm up at 4:30 running. That's the start of it. Then I finish the shift, and my job's graft. It's literally all day. As soon as we get there to the end of the job, we're just grafting, and we work up and down the country as well. So like we could be working in Carlisle, or we could be working in Newcastle. Sometimes we do stay out, but yeah, if we do stay out as well, I always go to different boxing gyms. When the lads all go on the piss, I'm always straight in different gyms, like meeting new people. But yeah, juggling it all. Normally on a day-to-day, I'll go for a run in the morning, go to work, come back, Normally I'll go to like the Nuffield or something, do like a 45 minutes low impact. Then I'll go to a boxing session. So I'm still fit. I've got a full-time job and I'm still trained like a full-time athlete. It's very hard, but what isn't? Do you know what I mean? I love it. It's my job, and to be fair, my partner's brilliant. She's always supporting me, and she knows what I go through. So, yeah, I couldn't do it without her. To be fair, as well.
And for people who don't know your sort of background, how did you first get into boxing?
It was just one of my mates. He boxed for quite a while for a local club, and one day he said to me, "Do you want to fancy coming boxing?" Well, I remember I asked my mum a few times, and she said, "No, you ain't. You're not going up there. You're not boxing. So you're not getting punched in the face." And I was like, "All right, cool." And then my mate said to me, "Do you want to come up boxing?" So I literally got my stuff, put my shoes on, just went up to the gym with him, and then just never looked back. I can always remember that actually my first session I did, everyone went out for a run, and I went out with them, and I actually got lost, and they said like I think the whole team even came out to find me. Yeah, that's how unfit and stuff I was. So with the boxing as well, it was never natural. This is all just hard work and graft. So yeah, that's how it all started.
Well, people are starting to talk about you a lot now. Pundits, people in the boxing world have compared you quite a lot to Ricky Hatton. You've got a big fan base. You've got an exciting style. KO wins. Are you flattered to be compared to someone like Ricky Hatton?
Yeah, really. That's the first time I've heard that. I'm just like, that's mad. I mean, Ricky Hatton's a legend in the game. But yeah, you know what? If I could pull it off and carry the same legacy he has, do you know what I mean? That would be a dream. If I could fulfill anything that he's done. So yeah, brilliant.
And as I mentioned earlier, you are from Coventry. Are you wanting to bring sort of boxing back to Coventry? I don't think there's ever been a world champion from Coventry. Is that your goal?
Yeah, definitely. I want to win the British title. I think there's been 2 British champions in Coventry. Then from there, I don't think anyone else has done anything. So if I can go on even to win a European and world title, yeah, do you know what I mean? And like I say, if I win this English next, or whenever I do, if I do fight Heaney for it, then it's the next ladder. I'll keep going up. Yeah, I'd love to do that. Definitely bring boxing back to Coventry. It'll be mad.
Are you wanting to take the traditional routes that you say in the English, obviously, hopefully next, then the British, and are you wanting to go up the traditional way?
Yeah, I would love to do that, definitely, because then you just got a solid background then, and you've done them hard fights, and you're ready for the world level. But like I say, Hennessy's got a plan for me, so we're going to stick with what he wants me to do, and yeah, just take his advice and listen to what he wants from me, and John Pegg's.
How good is it to have sort of Mick Hennessy and John Pegg, the team around you, sort of guiding your career? How are you finding that?
Yeah, it's finding it wicked. Obviously, I'm getting some good opportunities coming now as well. I've always got advice just at the end of the phone call if I ever stuck with anything or need a little voice here and there. But yeah, it's just obviously it's massive as well with the platform of boxing now on TV all the time. Like, do you know what I mean? Getting these shows, I've constantly got dates. Because when I first started boxing, I had, you could be boxing here, you could be boxing there. But now I know I'm guaranteed a certain amount of fights. So yeah, I'm buzzing with it.
And in the middleweight division, sort of domestically, who do you see? Obviously, we've still got Nathan Heaney, but who do you see as your sort of domestic rivals at the moment and people you want to fight?
Domestic rivals. Ooh. I'd say there's obviously Bentley, because obviously but I do know Bentley. I spar Bentley quite a lot, but he's obviously up there. I definitely would like to box him. That would be good. There's quite a few lads. There's someone on Twitter they've been talking about. Everybody keeps talking about me boxing this Bradley Rhea, and he's a good lad. He's a Ricky Hatton lad. He's good, but do you know what I mean? Whatever's the next step, I'll take it. I'm always up for bettering myself. Like, I don't want to start boxing people, say like journeyman, or boxing someone who's nowhere near my weight. Like, not being like pulling over to Nathan again, but like Nathan Heaney, his last 2 fights, I swear them guys were like welterweights, and they've moved up the weight. So like, I don't want these pretend fights. I'd rather have these tough fights where I'm proving myself, and people can be like, bloody hell, okay, beating a boxing another and beating lad like this Nathan Heaney, and he's just ready to keep going up and stepping up and boxing the best. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best.
And are you wanting to do that as quickly as possible within reason? Are you wanting to just get active and get the fights under your belt?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely. I'd box if I could do camp after camp after camp. I'd do that 100%. I just love to box. Boxing's what I've done since I was 14, and it's drilled into me now. And I moan about the training sometimes. I'm like, oh, this hurts. But then after I box, I'm just like, I'll have a week off the gym or 2 weeks off the gym, and I'm ringing Bren like, please, Bren, can I get back in the gym? I need. And he said, no, mate, you need to relax a little bit. You need to chill. But I just miss it. I love it. I love the lifestyle.
And we were talking about the domestic scene, sort of for the world scene at middleweight. You know, who do you rate at the moment? Who do you see that you would in the future want to fight? How do you see the sort of level at the moment worldwide?
World levels, quality. It is mint at the minute. There's a lad, obviously, I think he's on the way up. Obviously, Felix Cash. He's another good lad. I think by the time I get up to that level, he might have moved on. But he's another lad I've looked at. He's mint. He's got Liam Williams, sorry. He's another beast. They're all good, but by the time when I get to that level, I'll be contending with these guys. I'll have it, but right now I'm not turning around saying I'll beat these guys now. But the more fights I have, the more experience I gain, and the more better opposition I get, I'll do that. I'll rise to the occasion every fight. So someone could be I've done it in the amateurs and going back from them to now. Like every time I box someone good, I always rise to the occasion. So yeah. So
do you think you're a fighter that on a sort of bigger occasion, bigger platform, more pressure, you thrive off that?
Yeah, I love it. Like the nerves and stuff. Like Peter, I'm a bit of a freak. Like I always try explaining to the lads in the gym, like just with the nerves, don't let them beat you up. Just thrive them. Just take all the nerves in and just use it as good energy. And I do before I fight. I'm literally in. You see me in the change room. I'll be punching and I'm just happy. Then when I'm in there, it doesn't faze me at all. I want to be in that ring, and I just want to get in there and get the job done. Like all the hard work's been. The fight's been won not won in the gym, but the mindset won in the gym. Do you know what I mean? So you know that you put in all the hard work. Yeah.
And obviously it'll go along the same lines. I guess having huge ticket sales and people there could bring pressure, but I guess for you it doesn't.
Nah, my first fight, I think I did about 310 my first fight. And I was in the Aston Villa suite, and I was downstairs and I could hear everyone singing my name, and I was like, oh my God. People walking, going, who's River? And my coach was like, that's him there. First one. John Peg was like, give me 10 deep breaths now, Riv. So 10 deep breaths, and then that was it. He opened the doors, and I stormed to the ring. And then I got told off for that afterwards. He's like, just soak it all in. Do you know what I mean? Then after that, yeah, I've stopped that lad in the first round as well with a body shot. I think a minute and 30 seconds in. But yeah, from after that fight though, it's all experience. So now again, I just shrug it off and just to try enjoying it.
And so before we finish, I just want to ask if there's anything that people don't know about you that you can tell us, something that people would be surprised about. Putting you on the spot a bit.
Yeah, what, like a guilty pleasure or something? Like what?
Yeah, whatever you think.
Yeah, I like Smooth Country. I listen to Smooth Country quite a lot.
Do you? I wouldn't expect that.
Yeah, I know, it's a bit of a weird one.
Other
than that, no, that is a bit of a pep in my head a little bit. I'm trying to think.
That is quite a good one though. That is, people wouldn't expect it.
No.
So when are we hoping to see you out next? When do you think?
September the 11th. I think that's what we're preparing for. I don't know who I've got, but it doesn't matter who I've got. I'm going to be ready for whoever's in that ring at that time. Obviously, hopefully, like I say, if it's another unbeaten lad, great. If it's a lad with a quality record, had a lot more fights than me, great again. Just like I say, as long as I'm boxing somebody who's more experienced or who's got an O, as long as I can take something off somebody, I'm happy guy. So
we'll look forward to that. River, thank you. We'll let you get back to your holiday to enjoying yourself.
Yeah, thank you. Wicked.
Thank you.
I'll see you.